ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Pistol's Powerhouse. I'm your host, Austin Pistol One Pistolka. Let's dive right on in. Let's get started off by talking about the Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins feud. Now, this one really hasn't taken off yet because they're trying to get the slow burn going, but the tension is starting to rise. And Jon Stewart being thrown in just for this Raw, perfect. He did a fantastic job. May have been the funniest guest star Raw has had for a long time. Sadly, Raw this next week is going to have Wiz Khalifa on, because that's what WWE needs. Sure. But Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton is going to get heated, and it's going to really be an awesome feud. It's going to be one that we talk about for a long time, because both these performers are fantastic. Looking at the Intercontinental Championship title picture, now the ladder match is going to be between Bad News Barrett, the champion, Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, R-Truth, and now Daniel Bryan, and Stardust has thrown his hat into the ring, which is a bit odd considering Goldust and him are in a feud right now. I wonder if Goldust will be the next participant, which will then lead to more matches moving past WrestleMania. That could be really cool. Something that didn't really work this week, the changing of the title. It's not working. We're supposed to be making this title more prestigious, and turning it into a comedy routine is doing the exact opposite. So, stick it on BNB, give him some freaking wins, and really make this title worth something. Don't just talk about it being worth something. Make it worth something. Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania is going to be huge, and Bray Wyatt is doing a fantastic job of promoting this match, even though he's the only one talking. Lighting the casket on fire was fantastic. It was a great promo. I loved it. What I didn't like is freaking JBL saying right as they go to break, "Is Undertaker in there?" Shut up, JBL. No, he's not. Pretty sure Bray Wyatt would have said something about that. Biggest facepalm possible. Facepalm aside, this is going to be a fantastic match. I cannot wait, especially if these promos keep ramping it up like they have been. Can't wait for The Undertaker to finally make his mark on the WWE after a long time away. The Tyson Kidd and Cesaro and Natalya feud versus the Usos and Naomi is really starting to pick up heat, except the WWE keeps giving away pay-per-view matches on Raw, which I enjoy because I don't like spending money, but I don't enjoy it because this is going to be the payoff. I want to see Usos versus Cesaro and Kidd in a tag team title match, and just have at it. Have a fantastic match. But we keep seeing them wrestle each other, which will take away from the final match. So, all in all, WWE needs to get a better tag team division, which everyone knows. But they could do better at maybe having a few brawls outside of the ring, because they want to make this personal. There are a lot more things that WWE could be doing. One thing in particular, give Tyson Kidd and Cesaro a name for their tag team. Stay tuned for later when I come up with the top 5 options for those tag team names. The John Cena versus Rusev feud is really starting to heat up, especially since John Cena is not officially on the WrestleMania card right now. I'm putting money on the fact that it's going to be John Cena versus Rusev in a submissions match at WrestleMania. That being said, John Cena has to find a way to change Rusev's mind. Pretty easy, right? It might end up pulling a Dean Ambrose and just forcing his signature, but that's beside the point. I love the angle of keeping John Cena off of WrestleMania at all costs, but we all know how this is going to turn out. John Cena versus Rusev, WrestleMania, John Cena wins the title in the submissions match. Enough said. Now let's take a moment to talk about Axelmania. I don't know what it is, but ever since Curtis Axel was on NXT, he has done a whole lot better on the mic. He's not as annoying. He went from just being loud to having a point to his loudness. It's really impressive, and he's a great performer, but, they're making him look stupid, of course, because that's part of his character. When he finally starts winning some matches, he could be a really fun character to watch, and I can't wait to see that. Let's hope his momentum keeps building and he finds his own in WWE. One of the other major feuds is Triple H versus Sting. But this feud's being hurt by the fact that Triple H is the only one talking. Now, it would be great if he started attacking former WCW stars like Booker T, instead of just joking around with him. Really make him look powerful. Beat up WCW. That would be a fantastic way to go about this. Or have Sting talk. I mean, come on. He was a great talker in WCW. He is a professional, and he would do great. A little more talking from Sting would definitely escalate this feud. Looking at the Divas division, there are 4 Divas in the division. Yay! Well, that's great, but we still only had 1 match. Give Divas a chance is slowly building up. I like the idea of them, just giving them a little more time to do more in their match. I like that. Don't give them half an hour right away because people might get disappointed. Build it up. It's doing a great job. As for this match, it was okay. It was mainly there just to make sure that AJ had a big come in and had a big hit. It was great for that purpose. Was it more than that? Sets up WrestleMania for a tag team. I like it. I'll take that. But one thing I do not like is the fact that every time AJ Lee walks into arena, everyone starts chanting CM Punk. He is not coming back. She is her own professional wrestler. If you really want #give Divas a chance to take off, maybe you should give this diva a chance. Stop it. Quit cheering CM Punk. It is driving everyone insane. And finally, the Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar feud. It's kind of heating up just because Brock Lesnar was a no-show. Speaking of which, the greatest sign of the night was the eat, sleep, no-show, repeat sign in the front row. That was fantastic. Paul Heyman is doing his best to promote this match and make Roman Reigns look like a hero, make Brock Lesnar look unbeatable, but we all kind of know all that, so it's just kind of right here. Well, it is way above, like, Goldust and Stardust, but, it's still just flatlining right now. Hopefully there's another spike of interest somewhere along the way to WrestleMania. Time for this week's top 5. It is the top 5 names for the Tyson Kidd and Cesaro tag team. Now, there are quite a few names that could come up, but here are my top 5 favorites. At number 5, Kidzaro. Why not? Have a Brangelina sort of thing. Call it Kidzaro. I like it. It's catchy. At number 4, CNK. That's right. Cesaro, Natalya, and Kidd. Since they're a full package, call them CNK. Much like Eminem back in the day, but CNK would be a great name for them. At number 3, Team Cat Fact. I mean, Tyson Kidd loves cats, and they keep saying fact, so why not? Team Cat Fact. And then when they come out to the ring, they have different cat facts, and it's just funny and it's a good time. For number 2, how about the Swingers? I realize it might have a negative connotation, but really that's what everyone likes to see. Cesaro swinging his opponent and then Tyson Kidd dropping a dropkick on him. So, the Swingers. Why not? And finally, the number 1 name for their tag team, I think, is just the Professionals. Now, this might be a little underwhelming, but think about it. Both men are fantastic performers, and they don't get a lot of time on the mic. They're just professional wrestlers. Keyword, professional. So, call them the Professionals. All they do is wrestle. I like it. We should definitely go with that. And now, before I close the show, I do have one rant to go on. Why the hell do people just say, I am in this, I am in that, I can do whatever I want? Everyone is doing this. They're just saying, I'm in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and I'm in the Intercontinental Championship ladder match at WrestleMania. Well, you know what? I am officially in the main event of WrestleMania, taking on Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for the World Heavyweight WWE Championship. That's right, I am in it. I say that I am in it, so it must happen. It doesn't make any freaking sense, people. Come on, WWE, get some booking, have a few tournaments maybe. There's a lot you could do to make this a whole lot more fun and give you more TV than just giving us pay-per-view matches before the pay-per-view. There's so much more you could do. Number one contenders matches. Have battles where people are in a ladder match to get into the next ladder match. Something. Have a 30-man over the top rope battle royal and have the top 5 get to be in the royal or in the battle royal. Something better than just saying I am in it. Come on, WWE. Well, everyone, that is going to do it for this episode of Pistol's Powerhouse. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a comment down below. A like would be awesome. And make sure you tweet me at pistol_1. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, I'm coming off the ropes hot. As always, I'm Austin Pistolka. This is Pistol's Powerhouse.